Hoy se bebe, hoy se gasta, hoy se fuma como un rasta, si Dios lo permite. Ay, si Dios lo permite. Ay. What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming back to another video. Today we are talking about Safaera. This is the 14th song in our Gringo's Guide to Bad Bunny's second album, Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana, where we're going to be talking about every song in the album, looking at the Spanish, translating it into English. So if you are interested in learning Spanish, these videos are good for you. Safayera, this is potentially the magnum opus of the album. At least it is for a lot of people. Sex, drugs, and perreo, that is the essence of the song. It's pretty raunchy, kind of in-your-face explicit. Certainly doesn't hold back on any details, as we will see. The song was actually taken down from Spotify and then put back a couple days later, which they say was due to a licensing issue with one of the songs that's sampled in the song. But there's definitely speculation that it had to do with the nature of the lyrics to the song. The song is somewhat of a throwback to old school reggaeton. It has a lot of similar elements in the way the drums sound, especially the snare, the way it sounds. The song features Ñengo Flow, who's an artist from the old school. We've already looked at him. He was featured in the song Que Malo. This is the second time he's featured in the album. The song also features Jowell y Randy, who is one of the classic duos in old school reggaeton. Check them out. One of their first big hits was a song called Agresivo, which if you listen to that, you'll kind of hear that old school reggaeton vibe, which is echoed in Safayera. And also one of their big hits within the last few years was a song called Bonita with J Balvin. Very well-known song, very popular song. So Safayera was produced by DJ Orma and also produced by Tainy, who we have seen a couple times in this album already. So let's take a look at the lyrics to the intro, the first verse, and Bad Bunny's verse. So the song starts out, Diablo que Safayera. So Diablo literally means devil, but it's used as like, you know, a way to say damn or shit or like holy fuck, Diablo. Que Safayera. So Safayera was not a word that I was really familiar with at all before this song. Apparently it is a pretty popular word in Puerto Rico. According to the Wikipedia page, Safayera means promiscuity, debauchery, or substance abuse. So that may be true, but I think in this context it just kind of means like something that is out of control, something that's wild or off the chains. Que Safayera. So he's pretty much saying that, you know, maybe he's at a party or something and like it's out of control. Or he could just be referring to the girl that he's about to start talking about and basically saying that she's wicked hot, like she's out of control. Tú tienes un culo cabrón. Tú tienes means you have. Culo means ass. And cabrón is an adjective here that is used to mean like good or nice. So tú tienes un culo cabrón. Girl, you have a nice ass, you have a fat ass. Cualquier cosa que te pongas, rompes la carretera. Cualquier cosa. Cualquier means any. Cosa means thing. So cualquier cosa means anything. Que te pongas. The que is that. Te pongas comes from ponerse, which means to wear. So anything that you wear. Rompes la carretera. The verb is romper, which means to break. La carretera here is like the street. So the expression would be you break the street. There's really no close translation that I could come up with. So it kind of means like to be the best one out on the street. In other words, like to be the center of attention. So you know, you could say like no matter what you wear, you're the center of attention. You know, you're the best looking one no matter what you're wearing. Something like that. Muévelo, 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 muévelo. The verb is mover, which means to move. Mueve is a command that means move. Muévelo would mean move it. So move it, move it, move it, move it. All right, on to the first verse. Que falta de respeto, mami. So que here is like what or such.
So, falta de respeto literally means lack of respect. And then mami, you could say girl. So like, what a lack of respect. Or like, girl, this is such a lack of respect. He's being sarcastic. ¿Cómo te atreves a venir sin panty? ¿Cómo is how. Te atreves, the verb is atreverse, which means to dare. So like, how dare you? A venir, venir means to come, or even like to come over. So how dare you come over sin panty, without panties or without any panties. Again, he's being sarcastic. How dare you come over without any panties? Hoy saliste puesta pa mí. Hoy means today. Saliste comes from the verb salir, which means to go out in this context. Puesta. Puesta is like, ready, willing, and able, basically. So today you came out like wanting, you could say wanting, pa mí, so for me. You came out like trying to get me, like I know you're trying to get a piece of me today. Yo que pensaba que venía a dormir. Yo is I. The K is just kind of like an emphasis on that. So it's like I who thought, pensaba, thought, past tense from pensar, to think. Que venías a dormir. I thought that you were coming, past tense from venir. A dormir. Dormir means to sleep. So I thought you were just coming over to sleep. You could even be like, I thought we were just going to have a sleepover. Vino ready ya, puesta pa una cepilla. Vino means she came, past tense from venir. Ready. Ready, obviously same word in English. They take it right from English. They like to use that word quite a bit. Ya. The ya would kind of mean like now, but you could probably say like, she came ready to go. Vino ready ya, puesta pa una cepilla. Again, puesta, like wanting, or like here, puesta pa could be like looking for. She came looking for una cepilla. The word is cepillada, which means a brushing. It refers to sex. So some people actually use the word brushing in English to refer to sex. If you think of like the motion that you make if you're brushing your hair or you're brushing your teeth, you're doing that kind of like back and forth. So that's where, the term comes from. Una cepilla. So she came ready to go, looking for a brushing. You could say, like, you could use any euphemism that you want, like looking to screw, looking for some action, whatever you want. Me chupa la lollipop, solita se arrodilla. So the verb is chupar, which means to suck. If you read this literally, it would say, she sucks to me the lollipop. So in Spanish, it's very common to use a noun with the article. And when you do that here, you have to use the pronoun with the verb. So like, she sucks to me the lollipop. In other words, she sucks my lollipop means the same thing. Solita se arrodilla. Solita here would mean like by herself, or even like all by herself. Se arrodilla, the verb is arrodillarse, which means to get on one's knees. So like, she sucks on my lollipop and she gets down on her knees all by herself. You could say like, got down on her knees and just started sucking my lollipop. Kind of gives like the same meaning. Alright, so let's just take a look at Bad Bunny's verse. He says, mi bicho anda fugao y yo quiero que tú me lo escondas. Bicho means dick. Mi bicho, my dick. Anda fugao. Anda, the verb is andar. It's used very commonly in Spanish as a synonym for estar, which means to be. So in the present tense, it would mean is. So my dick is fugao. The verb is fugar. Fugao is a shortening of fugado. So fugar means to chase away. So literally, my dick is chased away. In other words, like, everyone's after my dick. Something like that. Y yo quiero que tú me lo escondas. Y yo quiero, and I want. The K is that. and I want that. Tú me lo escondas. The verb is esconder, which means to hide. I want you to hide it for me. The lo is it, the me is me. The lo is the masculine pronoun because the noun bicho is a masculine noun. So the pronoun corresponds to the noun. And the me is like for me. So I want you to hide it for me. In other words, like I'm trying to hide it in you. So everyone's after my dick. I'm trying to hide it in you. Agárralo como bonga. So the verb is agarrar, which means to grab. Agarra would mean grab as a command. Agárralo, grab it. Again, masculine pronoun to represent the masculine noun. Agárralo como bonga. Como is like, bonga is bong. Self-explanatory. Grab it like a bong. Se mete una pepa que la pone cachonda. So, meterse. Meter means to put. Meterse means to put to oneself. It's reflexive. So what that means is like to ingest or to take. So she took, past tense, third person. She took una pepa. Una pepa is a pill. She took a pill. Que la pone cachonda. The K is that. The verb is poner, to put. That puts her. In other words, that gets her. Cachonda means horny. So she took a pill that got her horny. Chinga en los Audi, no en los onda. So chinga comes from the verb chingar, which means to fuck. Here, third person present tense. She fucks. En los Audi. So in Spanish, it's very common when you have a word that came from another language to not pluralize it and to only pluralize the article. So los Audi would mean Audis. So she fucks in Audis, no en los onda. So no en means not in. Los onda, again, Hondas. So she fucks in Audis, not in Hondas. So if you're trying to get with her, you better be showing up in an Audi. Si te lo meto, no me llames. Si means if. Te lo meto, the verb is meter, which means to put. First person present tense. I put. This refers to sex. So if I put it in you, the lo is it, the te is like in you or to you. If I put it in you, in other words, if I bang you, no me llames. The verb is llamar, which means to call. No me llames is a command. Don't call me. In other words, like if I bang you, don't be calling me the next day. Hit it and quit it. Que esto no es pa que me ames. The K here is like cuz. Esto is this. No es is not. Pa que is a shortening of para que, which is going to mean like so that. Me ames in the subjunctive tense because it comes after para que. So me ames, the verb is amar, to love. You love me. So the whole thing would read, because this is not so that you love me. In other words, him banging her is not to get her to love him. So this is not to get you to love me. In other words, like, I'm not trying to get your love. I don't want love. Something like that. Si tu novio no te mama el culo. Si, again, if. Tu novio would mean your boyfriend. I don't know why it sounds kind of weird to say boyfriend in a song. So you could just say like your man. So if your man, no te mama el culo. Again, the verb mamar means to suck. Here it's used in the context of oral sex. So you could use to eat or to lick. Third person present tense. If your boyfriend doesn't lick to you, or if your man doesn't lick to you, el culo, the ass. So, in other words, if your man doesn't lick your ass. Again, we have that same construction with the article with the noun and the pronoun with the verb. If your man doesn't lick your ass, pa eso que no mame. Okay, so pa eso is a shortening of para eso, which literally means for that. It means like for that reason, pa eso, for that reason. The K is kind of like that, so it would be like, the whole thing would be like, it is for that reason that. Pa eso que. No mame. So that's a command, again, using the verb mamar, to lick. So he's talking about the guy. So he shall not lick. Okay, so the whole thing would read, you know, in this like Spanglish form. It is for that reason that he shall not lick. Okay, so in order to make sense of that, what that means is like, if he's not willing to lick your ass, he doesn't deserve to lick anything else. Okay? So in other words, go big or go home, all or nothing. If you can't do something right, don't do it at all. So this line took a lot of people by surprise, as you might imagine, because it's really not every day that you hear somebody profess their fetish for analingus. But, you know, Bad Bunny does whatever he wants, as we are reminded in this song, and as we are reminded by the album title. So this line actually provoked the infamous Abuela challenge on TikTok, where various people's grandparents were played this song, that phrase in the song, and reacted to it. And it's pretty funny. You can check out compilations of it on YouTube. So anyway, Safayera, I hope you learned something. I hope this was somewhat insightful. And come back for the next video, which will be 25-8. So thanks for watching. See you later.